Question number 161. Among the following, select the option which cannot occur due to action of catecholamines. Catecholamines such as adrenaline, and this hormone increases the heart rate and thereby reducing the duration of each cardiac cycle. This hormone causes the breakdown of proteins and lipids, that is lipolysis, and they will stimulate piloerection as well as they will also increases the rate of respiration. So which of the action is not performed by catecholamines is option number 1, that is increase in duration of cardiac cycle, because catecholamines such as adrenaline will increase the heart rate and thereby reduces the duration of cardiac cycle and will not increase the duration of cycle. The next option given is lipolysis and glycogenolysis. This is an incorrect option, because adrenaline or catecholamines will lead to breakdown of proteins and lipids, and this is lipolysis and glucogenolysis. They will stimulate piroerection, so this is an incorrect option, and they will also increase the rate of respiration, so this is also an incorrect option. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 162. Now, the degeneration of thymus will lead to decrease in the secretion of thymosins, and these are the hormones which is responsible for the differentiation of T lymphocytes. These thymosin hormones are responsible for the maturation or differentiation of T lymphocytes and thereby providing cell-mediated immunity to our body. So, generation of thymus will lead to what? Hypersecretion of thymosin is an incorrect option. This will lead to hyposecretion of thymosin. Next option is deficiency of hemoglobin. This is an incorrect option. It has no role to play in the formation of hemoglobin. Next option is increase in number of mature B lymphocytes, and this is also an incorrect option because this thymosin is involved in the differentiation or maturation of T lymphocytes and not B lymphocytes. And the last option given is decline of cell-mediated immunity is the correct answer to our question. So the correct answer is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 163. Identify the correct statement. And the very first statement given is, except floating ribs, all ribs are bicephalic. And this is an incorrect statement because all ribs, including floating ribs also, are bicephalic. Bicephalic ribs are what? Bicephalic ribs means, it means two articulating heads on dorsal side to interact with vertebral column. All ribs are bicephalic. The next statement given is, true ribs articulate with sternum on dorsal side and vertebral column on ventral side, and this is an incorrect statement because sternum is present on the ventral side whereas vertebral column is present on the dorsal side, and these true ribs, they will articulate with sternum on ventral side and not in dorsal side, whereas vertebral column on the dorsal side and not on ventral side. The next statement given is, vertebrochondral ribs articulate with sternum directly, and this is an incorrect statement because vertebrochondral ribs are also known as false ribs, which are 8th, 9th and 10th pair of ribs, they will articulate with the 7th pair of rib and not with the sternum directly. So this is an incorrect statement. The last statement given is floating ribs provide protection to our kidneys. This is a direct line from your NCERT and is a correct statement. So this is a correct answer to our question. So correct answer is option number 4. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 164. Mark the correct path followed by impulse in a knee-jerk reflex upon knocking the patellar tendon with a hammer. So this question is all about patellar tendon reflex or knee-jerk reflex. As you can see here in this diagrammatic representation of reflex action showing knee-jerk reflex, the stimulus is detected by the receptor, such as this muscle spindle. And when the stimulus is detected by the sensory receptors, the nerve impulse will follow the efferent pathway and through dorsal root ganglion will reach the spinal cord. From the spinal cord, the motor neuron will carry the impulse through the efferent pathway to the effector organ or skeletal muscles in which the response is shown. So the correct representation of this entire knee-jerk reflex or pathway is given in option number 3, that is the receptor, and the impulse through efferent neuron reaches dorsal root ganglion of spinal cord, and through efferent neurons it reaches effector organs such as skeletal muscles and through which response is shown. Let's discuss the other options also. First option, that is effector, then efferent neuron, spinal cord, efferent neuron and receptor. This is an incorrect option because this reflex action starts from receptor and not from effector, because the response is detected by sensory motors or sensory receptor and not by effector. The next option given is receptor, then efferent neuron, yes, then ventral root ganglion or spinal cord is incorrect, then efferent neuron and effector. So this is an incorrect option because efferent neuron carry the impulse to the dorsal root ganglia of spinal cord and not to ventral root ganglia of spinal cord. The last sequence given is effector, efferent neuron, ventral root ganglion, efferent neuron and receptor, and this is also an incorrect sequence because the stimulus is received by receptor and not by effector. So the correct answer to this question is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 165. Bone not associated with appendicular skeleton is, and the very first option given is clavicle, and this is an incorrect option because clavicle, as you can see here, is a part of pectoral girdle which is included in appendicular skeleton. So this is an incorrect option. Next option is ethmoid bone, and this is a correct answer to our question because ethmoid bone is a cranial bone and it is a part of axial skeleton and not of appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton, on the other hand, includes bones of limbs and bones of girdles. The next option given is ilium, and this is also an incorrect option because ilium, as you can see here, is a part of pelvic girdle. The last option given is scapula, and this is also an incorrect option because scapula is a part of pectoral girdle. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's proceed to the next question.